Namaste everyone and welcome to my channel Sapna's Yoga Diary. In this video, I'm going to share some important tips which is going to be very helpful for the new yoga teachers. I have met many yoga teachers, new yoga teachers. I get queries from new yoga teachers. I have interviewed some yoga teachers recently, and I see some common issues which I'm going to talk about. These issues can be hurdles on your growth. So, in this video, I'm going to share the tips that has worked for me and that I am assuming will be helpful for the new teachers as well. Okay, so let's get started. New teachers, why I'm making this video? Tips for new yoga teachers. Let them learn from their own experience. I used to think like that they will learn from their own experience, but there is a huge gap between, how we started as a new yoga teachers and how new teachers are starting their work now. There's a huge difference. There's a huge gap, and this gap is created mostly because I think because of the social media influence. I see a lot of social media post and reels which guarantees or which says that they will help you in marketing your yoga teaching better, this and that, strategies, building strategies for marketing yoga, this and that. And now when I talk to new yoga teachers, I see a big difference in the expectations of what they want now and expectations of us when we started. There is a big difference. So so depending on how I grew as a teacher, I don't know whether you see me as a successful yoga teacher or not, but honestly, what is success for you, that creates a difference. Basically, the success for you can be different from how I define success. From my side, if you ask me, I do consider myself a successful yoga teacher because today I'm able to choose the kind of work I want to do. I can choose the students I want to teach, and that is a big flexibility. I'm not running after money. I'm contented with what I'm making. Okay, sometimes I earn really good, and sometimes it's okay. And I'm able to run my classes from my own residence. I am close to my family. I can go and see them. I can celebrate festivals. I can do whatever I want, without disturbing my workflow. This is a big luxury for me. So, so I consider myself successful because, this is what success means to me. To be able to work, the way I want on my terms and conditions, to be able to do good work, and to be able to spend time with my family and travel as and when I want to, celebrate festivals. So my work has given me this kind of environment. Let's talk about the main points now. So the tips that has helped me when I was new, because of which I am here today. The first thing, new teachers. When you are new, you struggle to get an opportunity at the right place sometimes. Now, the right place is what is in your mind. Okay, suppose when I started, I was in Dubai. So I was targeting the topmost yoga studios, so they were the right places for me in my mind. Okay, I was struggling to find my place there. Hmm? So whenever you start, wherever you start, it could be not the place where you want to be, but whenever you are getting an opportunity to teach, do not lose that opportunity. Always think about the impact it is going to create. Mhm. Always think about the audience, to to who you are going to uh, educate, teach. So always keep that audience in mind in the beginning. And in the beginning, you may have to offer free yoga classes, you may have to offer donation basis classes, and it's totally fine because you need exposure. Uh, Monetary benefit is secondary when you are new. In the first year, it is mostly exposure. In the first 2 years, I would say, it's mostly exposure. Try to get different kinds of exposure, as much exposure as you could gain without, of course, disturbing your own health. uh, Everything is good within limits, right? So yeah, teach as much as you are comfortable with, and think about the impact it is going to create. Think about the audience you are going to reach out. And whenever you are teaching, please understand this: whenever you are teaching, you are new, they don't know you are new. So this is what I conveyed to myself when I was going to deliver my class to one of the big yoga studios in Dubai. I got that opportunity as a cover teacher. I told myself, I know I am new, they don't know I am new. So I'm going to create an impact which which will give them the experience, an experience that they are going to enjoy. So that my experience will not matter to them. So prepare yourself well, even if you are delivering a free class. Prepare, rehearse well. Think this is the biggest opportunity for you. In the beginning, everything is big, every event is big, because that is going to give you experience that will shape your future classes. So give your best, put the best foot forward when you are beginning. So that's what I did. And I told myself, I am new, I know it, they don't. So I'm going to create an experience. I'm going to give them the experience which they are going to remember. uh, they should not be bothered about my experience afterwards. And that's what happened. I rehearsed really well, I tried harder, and I delivered very well. And that was not the first class. I continue to do that. So and that helped me. I'll tell you what. So there was this class which I delivered. I just delivered one class there. There was this girl, and this is like way back, 6 7 years back, 6 years, 6.5 years back. I delivered a class as a cover teacher. I earned hardly anything in that class. I went there, I taught there, and she got so touched with that class that after 4 years of that class, she wanted to do her prenatal session with me. And we did it for her, and that was a private session, and it paid me well. So the seed that you are sowing, now how it is going to flourish, you do not know. It will It may give you fruits later in life. So yeah, give your best in every shot. That is something I would want to say. Prepare well for every class. Doesn't matter whether it is free or it is paying you in the beginning. I call people for demo class and I see them not prepared well. So and I feel very disheartened that teachers are not preparing. They're not preparing for the class. So yeah, prepare well. Exposure is more important than money in the beginning. That's what I told you. You can make money future if you have the quality. You have to build quality, you have to build strategy, you have to build sequence, you have to learn how to structure the classes based on different audience. So there is a lot of learning which happens in the beginning when you start to teach. So think about these things rather than money in the beginning. Okay, so this is very important. What students like when you when you teach in a classroom? What is something that they connect with? Correction. They really like when you correct them if you're doing something wrong. Teaching does not mean you're teaching on the mat and they have to follow, because a lot of teachers do that. They stand in their mat, they demonstrate the posture, others do it, they hardly bother how they are doing it, and the students sense it. So correction is very important. Even if there is no correction needed, appreciation will play a very important role. If they are doing it right, appreciate them. If you're doing it wrong, correct them. And yeah, next thing, say no to phones. When you are new, your whole focus should be on your students, not on your phones. Phones are distractions. One thing which I really miss today is that level of observation which I used to have when I started new, when I was teaching newly. I was a great observant. I used to observe their move, their gesture, everything. You know, I never used to use my phones. Rarely. Rare in the rare cases, yeah. So yeah, I always used to be away from phones because my focus was on students. So yeah, that is something that they will notice as well, that you are only focused on them. Move around. When you are in a classroom and when you are teaching, do not stay still in one place. Do not just stick yourself to the mat. Move around. Move around. When you are moving around, they know they are being seen by, you are observing them, you are monitoring them. So that helps. Moreover, your voice. Okay. To some teachers I have seen that they speak in a very low volume. They're not able to raise their voice a lot. So moving around will help you. Work on Om chanting. We mostly start our yoga class with Om chanting and mantra chanting. So that sets the tone of the class. It's very important. Okay, don't take it lightly. I have seen teachers who chant really well, and I've seen teachers who do not pay that much of attention to chanting Om or mantra. It's very important because this is the first thing with which you are starting your class. It sets the tone, it builds the expectation, and the way you pronounce mantras, it sets an expectation in students' mind, because I have seen people love mantras. Whether you are in India or outside, they will really appreciate your chanting if you're doing it right. Dress up like a yoga teacher. Your personality, work on your personality. You should look like a yoga teacher. In the beginning, later that will be very secondary because they know your quality of work. But in the beginning, you have to work on your personality. Now when I say dress up well like a yoga teacher, I don't mean you have to wear something uh, like a baba. You have to wear that rudraksh mala. No, I'm not saying that. It was told to me. One of the businessman, he gave me this idea that Sapna, you teach really well. It would be really good if wear clothes like a yogi. I said, what do you mean? He said, people wear those bracelets, people wear Rudraksh mala, wear that kind of clothes. And I said clearly, see, I am comfortable in the clothes I wear. I dress up like a yoga teacher, and I would want to teach my students um, the way I am. So what I mean by dressing well is dress decently. Dress decently like a yoga teacher. Um, and yeah, you should be comfortable, doing all the practices, postures well. So yeah, dress decently and work on your personality because the students will look up to you. Now this is very important. Ask yourself, are you the yoga teacher? Are you the kind of yoga teacher from who you would want to learn as a student? This is what I used to do, you know. When I used to prepare myself as a yoga teacher, I used to ask this question to me again and again. Am I the kind of teacher from who I would want to learn as a beginner? That time, the answer used to be no, maybe. But today, if you ask me, I would say 100% yes. 100% yes. So, yeah, that helps you. This question will help you in developing yourself well. Be the kind of teacher you would want to learn from. So, yeah, I think I have covered everything I wanted to. In case you have any questions, you can put it in the comment box, and I hope this video will be helpful for new teachers. If you like this video, do give me a thumbs up. If you have questions, put it in the comment box, and yes, I would want to hear what are your thoughts on this video. Thank you so much. Namaste.